So a little bit of an update on the 2011 EcoBoost is I had a 19 S07 recall to do on this thing. That's basically just a PCM reprogram. So I reprogrammed the PCM for the hard shifting. Yeah, it's a 19 S07. Cleared the codes, reset the keep alive memory you guys seen in the last video that I did. Took this thing out on an 8-mile run and it's not acting up at all anymore. Not even on cold start. It's staying right between like 4 and 5 degrees that it's retarding, and then it comes right back to 0. And only thing that I can think of is during that reprogram, with it resetting everything and having to relearn stuff and then taking it out on an 8-mile run, maybe there was some shit stuck in like one of the VCT solenoids or something like that, and that's why it was acting up and it's not in there anymore. But overall, I'll show you this truck. It's really rusty, right? But they got an MBRP like muffler back exhaust. You can see where somebody's went in here with some aftermarket catalytic converters. They're not the factory ones, and replaced them. But there's no oil leaking anywhere on this thing. Even look here. Look at the front cover. It's got one little spot up there, but it's not even leaking. It just got wet and that's it. But that's a typical spot for these front covers. But there's nothing anywhere. This is like the cleanest 2011 EcoBoost truck that I've ever seen, and I think the reason for this is, if you remember back in like the early 2011, 2012, most of the oil pans and everything, the trans pans, the front covers and stuff were all metal. They didn't have a lot of these problems that they have now. The only thing was the shifting concern, and then there was like a service message for the transmission support lead frame, but that was pretty much it. So it was a false, what would you call, like the COVID false positive on this thing. It's acting completely fine. The numbers are completely fine. So as simple as reprogramming the computer, clearing out the keep alive memory, changing the oil and stuff like that, driving it, and it's all acting completely fine. So we'll have to do timing chains in a later video, but that's just a little update on the part 1 that I did.